this information, I knew that we had something that is revolutionary, something that is real. This information we've been sharing to individuals, not only to individuals, but also to corporations. And trust me, corporations have seen this, are excited, and are moving fast to be part of what we're doing. And you on this call today are amongst the first people, because this is a launch call not only for Kenya, but for Africa. We are launching for Africa so that we can be able to show people what we have and what they have, and they can benefit from. So without further ado, the information that we'll be receiving from, I am not the one to be presenting to you. I'm so honored and privileged to introduce the gentleman who will be sharing this powerful information with us. The person I'm about to introduce is someone I know very well. He is my mentor. I have known him for the last 10 years, and I met him first when he came here to Kenya to bring in other opportunities and businesses, because he is a serial entrepreneur. The gentleman you're about to hear from is the vice president and partner of Build Network. He has helped multiples of people in different industries, in 3 different industries, as a matter of fact, whereby he helped generate millions of dollars in 3 different industries. And what's powerful is that as he was doing that, he helped other people create generational income for themselves as well. Yeah. So the gentleman that I'm about to introduce, number one, he has been featured in several publications in the United States, and just recently launched his book, which I'm just excited to receive and read the information that he has to share. So without further ado, please, everyone, please drop some fires, please drop some anything to show excitement for the gentleman I'm about to introduce, who is the people's champion, the perpetual residual income king, Mr. Sam Bain. Can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you loud and clear. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, sir. Please take it away.
Awesome, awesome. I'm very, very excited, about having this conversation today. And like Evan said, we've been knowing each other for over a decade now. And I've come to Kenya twice and over the years, and that's where I first met him, and that's when we really connected. And for those of you who know Evans, he's just one of the best people you can ever meet. He's an awesome individual, great family man, and when you talk about someone who has a level of ambition, I'm excited because his level of integrity matches it. And so we've been pre-launching a couple of different things, in Africa, as we have been around the world. Myself, Evans, Clara, who you see on here in Kenya, they've been our market leaders, testing the market, talking to companies, talking to people. And we're at a point now where we got buy-in. We're at a point right now where people are excited, people are ready to move, and today's day is not just a day for their cabinet and some of the key people here. What we're going to do is we're going to use this video to continue to expose people going forward. So this is the first time anyone in Africa is going to hear this. And what we're going to be doing, and it's not going to be as formal as a normal presentation, because I really want to make sure you guys get the picture. I want to make sure you guys get the vision, and I want to make sure you guys understand the timing of this. That's very, very important. And so, but like you said, my wife and I, we've made 7 figures in 3 different industries, and I don't say that to impress you. I say that really to impress upon you that we know what we're doing. I was retired, going on. It'll be 5 years this year, this month rather, and I came out of retirement for this project. And so the fact that I get a chance to do it in Africa, it really does warm my heart, gets me excited that I get a chance to come back to Kenya, get a chance to now experience Ghana for the first time, South Africa for the first time, Nigeria, which I actually had plans on going, but COVID made me change those plans. But I get a chance to come, back to Africa and do some amazing things for some amazing people. So With that being said, let me pull up these slides here and kind of give you guys a little bit of overview of who we are as a company. And so when you look at the Build Network, guys, uh, Build is actually a company, that it's an international business brokerage that empowers people globally to start new careers, collaborate with our partners, and add cash flow to their existing situations. And that's business or personal. Okay. What we are not is a Me Too company that doesn't care about the community, right? We really do believe that if we take care of the people in the community, that the company will thrive and we can go on to help people's families for generations to come. Okay. Okay. Long way. There we go. And so when you look at starting a business, it's a must at this point. As you guys have experienced across all borders, it's no longer smart just to have a job. All right. You have to have a plan B that at one point in time has to become your plan A. And when you look at what's going on right now, guys, it's that way because life keeps getting more and more expensive. Wages are not keeping up with inflation. 50% of divorces are caused by financial reasons. Many physical and mental health issues are directly tied to finances, and we all know people who are stressing based on the type of money that they don't have right now. And you look at the people who are living longer and governments around them cannot afford to support their growing elderly population. There are a lot of people right now who cannot work anymore, and companies don't want them to work anymore, but they don't have the finances to take care of themselves, right? Then you look at AI. AI is really coming on strong, and a lot of people are learning AI. And the people who are learning AI are not just replacing jobs that people have had, but they're also putting companies that have been around for 20, 30, 40, 50 years, they're putting them out of business. Okay. And so we have to evolve. As a matter of fact, it's been said that over the next 5 years, that if you don't have a skill set that will keep you employed with AI or or a company that's run and built around AI, you really better have a financial, nest egg sitting there waiting for you, or a family with a lot of money that loves you. All right. But there is an entire generation, people that are studying right now for jobs that will not exist. Um, and it's because, every day, things are evolving around us. Technology is getting smarter, and it's easier for these corporations to now eliminate jobs. And that's just the fact of the matter. It's not a personal thing, guys. It's a business thing, and business is a gladiator sport, and we have to learn how to get out of our emotions and get into business. Okay, so now the problem is people want and need to start a business, but entrepreneurs get lost and confused because of information overload on the internet. People don't know who to trust, right? There are a lot of people who are selling a lot of different courses, a lot of different companies, and the only people who are making the money are the people who are selling those companies and those courses, right? People's funds are limited, and they need fast returns when they do open up a company, right? And then you have first-time entrepreneurs that don't have access to experts, right? It's one thing to have the ambition, to open up a company, but it's an entirely different thing to be tied to someone who can help you grow it and sustain it. Right. But the solution is systems, guidance, education tools, support structure, and mentorship. So, what opportunities should a person be looking for in 2025 across all borders? Essential services, transfer spending, saving people money. That's always a way to go. Web3, there's a whole new version of the internet being created right now with the blockchain, crypto, decentralized finances. And we're going to show you how to get in front of that and actually how to own a piece of that. Okay. Just talked about AI, the job killer. And then you have recurring revenue models. Everything that has a subscription nowadays is what you want to lean on. And that's what my wife and I, we've created wealth through subscription-based opportunities, and we show people how to do that. We've been showing people how to do that for almost 20, I mean, a little bit, almost 20 years now. Okay. So that's important. Now, recurring, I'm sorry, data is the new currency, which is true. And then mastering the financial markets, like he who creates money creates security, guys. If you can make money show up out of nowhere, You and your family will never have to worry about money again as long as you live. Okay. But talking about the subscription era, we all went through a COVID situation where everybody was at home, could not go to work, right? And the companies that made the money and stayed running and actually got bigger were the companies that supplied services that they can either drop ship to you or services that they can get to you via the internet or via the internet or TV, right? And so here are a lot of companies that you see right in front of you that made millions of dollars and even billions of dollars in some companies' situations. And if you look at where you're at right now, guys, the average person has about 6 to 12 subscriptions. So now that you know that this is becoming the fastest growing type of company or a sector to build a business around, it's time for you to actually figure out how to get your subscription-based businesses off the ground. Okay. Now, our core membership models, obviously, you have Build Academy that is anything and everything financial, guys. And I'm gonna talk to you about something exciting that we're getting a chance to launch this weekend. You guys could get an opportunity to hear about it first, right, before anybody else. And so that's even the people here in the U.S. haven't heard about this. And so this is something that we're going to be making a lot of noise, a big, big buzz about in the coming days. So, but anything, everything money, premium travel through our Venti partnership, disruptive Web3 opportunities through our Zeta partnership, and then essential services but that we feature back in the U.S. Now, let's see here. Smart Money Club, guys, again, that's everything that you should have learned, as a child growing up through school about money, whether it be for credit, whether it be for investing, whether it be for insurance, all those things. Then Web3, all the things that you see here listed, we have access to, and we're going to be teaching. AI mastery, we have a sector of our company that people are going to be able to capitalize off of and mastering the markets. Again, hint, hint, very, very exciting talking about that in a moment. And then real estate investing, learning about different ways to make money in real estate. So, why should you want to learn, about these things, guys? And it's just to get back on track financially, be able to capitalize on upcoming opportunities, and to not become a statistic. Right? Like I said, you have a lot of people who, when they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, well, right now, every old dog should be learning about new money. Okay, if you missed the internet boom, the real estate booms, Tesla, Bitcoin, and a lot of the things, companies that blew up over in Africa, you don't want to miss this. Okay, don't miss the next business trend that can put your family in a position of comfort and give you a peace of mind, guys, and the financial freedom that you really need at this moment. So these are things that are only available here in the U.S. And the cool part about it is that becoming a part of our organization in Africa, you'll be able to sell anywhere around the world, including in the U.S. And you'll be able to sell these things in the U.S. Right? So solar, which pays out an average commission of $6,000 to $8,000, per transaction through Freedom Forever. Our home security services, through Brinks and ADT, pay out 400 to 700 bucks. Rain H2O, right? 1,000 to $2,000 on water filtration systems and stuff like that. The internet, AT&T Spectrum Wireless, $100 to $300 a transaction, and AT&T is a cell phone service, obviously, that you can sell here as well. And like I said, these things are only available in the U.S., but they're not exclusively sold in the U.S. You can literally sell them to people in the U.S. when you have those contacts. Now, there are three things that we will be focusing on. Guys, I want to make sure that these are the three T's. So if you're taking notes, the first one is travel. Yeah. Aventi, a travel, premium travel club is one of the best that's out there. I'm not just saying it because, we represent it. I'm saying it because, we offer way more than any other company that's out there. We're very creative with how we sell it and how we promote it, how we and the benefits that we offer. Okay. But you own your own booking engine, behind the curtain prices. You don't have to worry about competing because our prices are better. Over 1 million properties globally. So when you take your holidays, you can take the holidays in Africa or out of Africa, and the savings of up to 70%. Okay. Now, a lot of that is similar to a lot of the other companies that you've heard for, but again, it's going to get a little different in just a second. But the member pricing here that you see, obviously, you have some here in New York, Millennium Hotel, Times Square, $410, savings. Now that's a big savings. Rome, Italy. $146 savings a night. And then you have Venice, Italy, saving $150 a night as well. So we actually have a test drive. We actually have, have it where your customers and people who you want to share the vacation club with, they can actually take a trial run on it. They can go out there, kick the tires. They can go and pull up any of their bucket list, vacation spots and locations, and say, hey, I want to go over here to Canada, or I want to go over here to London. All these places that you see Nigerian people and just people from Africa gravitate to. They can just put those places in and see what the savings would be, right? And then they have options on whether they want to be a business partner of ours or whether they just want to be a member and just pay $29 a month and get all the savings that they see here. So they have options, guys. Now, when it comes to ways to earn. There are several different ways that we earn in the company: personal, consumers, customer sales, team overrides, dual team bonus checks, matches, code bonuses, residual incomes, company wide, what I say profit share, bonus pools, right? So linear, leveraged, and residual incomes. You pick the way you want to get paid. Okay. Now, when it comes to being an eventee, agent, as and when I say agent, I'm not saying a travel agent. You own a travel agency. You don't book anybody's travel; they book their own. If you want to do it globally, it's $199, right? If you want to be able to, like, I'm sorry, if you want to build the business, the entire business, the home essentials and everything else that we want to offer, it's 199 down and $99 a month, right? And so if you want to just do, the Aventi is $99 and $69 a month. Okay? And so either way, you have options. And so the 199 is going to cover everything else that I talk about, as you can see here, and everything else I talk about going forward. But travel is the first T. Okay. Travel is the first T. Oh, by the way, you see that where it says refer for and pay no more. When you get like someone like Evans and you find four people and they have the builder pack, you don't have to pay, the $99 anymore. Okay? Or if you're on a $99 enrollment with just a Venti and $69 a month, when you have four people that do that, guys, you don't pay the $69 anymore. And so we want to make sure we work you in your business away where it's running cost effectively. Okay. So this is where the memberships kick in at though. So when you are building a membership program, and let's just say they are on the builder pack, the 199. Now, six and six, six members on the left, six members on the right, will put you at a $250 residual recurring income per month. And for what I understand, guys, um, for the average person who lives in Kenya, let's just say Kenya for the day, um, that's a car note, right? That's something a person, some people's rent, right? And imagine that coming in every month without them having to work for it now. They say build a network and a network of members, 18 members on the left, 18 members on the right. And keep in mind, they don't have to get all these members on their own. Their members can bring on members. They all count toward your residual income because ultimately it's your brokerage. Okay. But 18 and 18, yeah, 36 people on a membership, that's $700 a month. Now, right there, $700 a month is a significant amount of income, a significant amount of impact to somebody's household. So a person is going to work every day or going to their business every day, but they have $700 a month US coming in. All right. And then if you just slide down to Builder 8,000, 240 members, 240 members on the left, 240 members on the right. And let's just say it takes you a year, right? 6 months, a year to do that. That's 8,000 US. That's $100,000 a year, US dollars, right? A six-figure annual income US dollar wise. And that's just one of the ways that we get paid. That's not all of them. So you see why Evans is so excited. You see why Clara is so excited, why they invited you here today, right? It's very, very, and very, very empowering. Okay. So the disruptive opportunity, guys, this is when I said this is the first one. And so you got the first T, which is travel. The second T, right? The second T is trading. So when you look at omni social trading, guys, this is not just a situation where you have a trading company and it's like every other trading company that's out there. So you look at Omni Trading. It's a trading company that every network marketing company out there, every direct sales company out there, and every trading club, that's out there, they wanted this company to be a part of their company as an exclusive, or just wanted to participate in it, period. And we were able to get the exclusive for this company because the owner of that company respects, how we do business. They love the integrity that we bring to the table, and we didn't talk to them from a perspective of greed. We talked to them from a perspective of community. Okay, and so this company has the technology, to put people in a position where they can learn how to trade. And when I say learn how to trade, I'm talking about different markets. I'm not talking about just one thing. We're talking about forex, futures, commodities, crypto, stocks, as you can learn how to trade any of this. Then they have auto traders, right? Then they have live trading, which means that you have the master traders that they have in the company are going to be trading live, and you can actually trade with them and learn how to trade while they're trading. Okay. And that's very, very important. It's very, very impactful. But also here in the US, I know when it comes to trading companies and trading education companies, normally we would have to go outside of the US and take residency somewhere just so we can participate in those companies here. This company here is US certified, is based here in the US, and it's one of the only legal entities that's out here in this space that's able to do it in America because of how they're structured and all of the certifications that it carries. Now, that's one part of this. Uh, the second part of this is, we brought in multiple traders, master traders, and but we have the master trader guys that I brought in, and I brought this guy to the table, and this is a guy who has extensive experience when it comes to trading on Wall Street. He has his own brokerage. He has traded for multiple companies over the years and built multiple trading clubs where people have made millions of dollars. Okay, this is a guy who came to the table, and he wasn't asking for a lot of money at all. As a matter of fact, he wasn't asking for any money. This is one of those things where he's made so much money in life. He just loves trading and loves training people to trade. Okay. So, for us, we get a chance to make that big announcement. We're going to be doing a huge presser. Everybody around the world knows this guy. He's training, literally teaching celebrities all around the world how to trade as well. Celebrities that you guys know that I can't mention at this moment until we make that announcement of who he is. But we get a chance to put that out there, and you guys get a chance to capitalize on it. Okay, so now you have a trading educational platform where you can actually have something trade for you or learn how to trade with the master trader. Doesn't get any better than that. Now, next you have the next disruptive opportunity, which is, our partnership with Zeta. Okay, when you look at Zeta, Zeta empowers everyday people to participate in the decentralization of multi-billion-dollar data center industry and the future of the internet, democratizing access and enabling individuals to become their own micro data centers, creating a more inclusive future and for the data infrastructure and the global and digital landscape. Um, Basically, guys, this company, Zeta, is founded by a gentleman that you guys will hear about that cares about the public. His company is not a venture capitalist based in finance company. It's financed totally out of his pocket. Okay. And for the same reason, the last gentleman partnered with me in this company. He partnered with us as well. He loves the integrity that how we do business as a company. But Zeta is his baby, and he wants his profits to go to the people. It's a publicly centered company, a PDC, and so when a public membership or a company, which means that 80% of the profits that we generate in this community goes back to the people who actually generated it. So the people who are using the products and the people who are selling it. So when you hear people in their companies pitches and they want to sell you this and they want to sell you that, I have no problem with them selling what they offer because that's business, right? But I want you to understand that there's a difference between someone uh, who's who's selling their products for profit and someone who's selling their products to make a difference in the community and giving the profits away. Okay, so let me talk to you about what Zeta really is and kind of simplify this for you. Zeta is a company that has combined four industries, four spaces, and that combined to be $10 trillion opportunity, basically. And when you look at these opportunities, they are situated in the telecommunications industry, the cloud computing industries, artificial intelligence industries, and the Web 3 blockchain crypto space industry. Notice these are all industries that I advise you to become, savvy in, get some knowledge in, and then also start to participate in these industries, right? They're all in one company, okay? And when you look at the opportunities like this, guys, decentralized cloud computing, this is where you see what the big boys are doing. Anytime you see what people who are making billions of dollars do, you want to do the same exact thing, maybe not in the same exact way, and maybe not on the same exact level. But read these clippings, guys. Look at these headlines. Texas to become hub for the world's largest green-powered data center, right? Meta in talks for $200 billion, that's US, AI data center project. The information, when I say that's huge, as in itself, that's huge. That's Meta, that's Facebook, basically. And then when you look at, Amazon, people think that Amazon is an e-commerce company, and all they do is send stuff to your house, and that's where they make the most of their money. Guys, that was my ignorance as well. Right? I didn't know that until I started educating myself on the cloud computing space. But 74% of Amazon's profit as a company comes from AI, comes from cloud computing. Okay. So what is a data center? This is something that people really wants to understand and that they really should know. But a data center is a physical facility, typically a large building or room that houses and manages a large collection of computer servers, network equipment, and storage devices used to store, process, and distribute data for organizations. So guys, when you look at the internet and what it's become, every time you send an email, every time you receive an email, every time you send a picture, every time you send a video, every time you download something, save anything, it's not saved in the air. It's saved on the hardware. It's saved in, those data centers, right? And those data centers are massive and they have to be. But the problem with data centers, guys, is that they're centrally located. And I'm gonna go through that problem in just a second. But the challenges of monopoly, on centralized infrastructures, like Amazon, like Google, like Microsoft, they have limited access. So billions around the world will remain unconnected due to geographic and economic barriers. Guys, understand this: 2/3 of school-age children don't have access to the internet, right? Then you have data privacy. As we over, what is it, 16 billion passwords were stolen, or people had access to them based on a breach of multiple social media platforms and multiple companies that had multiple of your accounts and passwords, right? Because we all have different accounts of different companies, different software, social media platforms, and those people per person got access to 5, 6, 7 of people's information in different capacities. So data privacy is very, very important. So we're going to show you how that's going to put the power of privacy into your hands. High cost traditional networks require expensive build out costs and maintenance, as is an exorbitant amount of money that's required to run and sustain and scale um, data centers. Right. And oh, by the way, go back to privacy. When you look at the centrally located, data centers where you have everything in one spot, centralized. When you look at Amazon, this is Amazon as AWS as an example. Basically, everybody's information is in one spot. So when they hack that one spot, they got access to everything. Imagine going, let's say to a bank, right? If you go into a bank, you're going to basically rob the tellers, everything that's right there in front of you. People never really go into the vault, right? And that takes more time. And if you go into the vault, you'll never hit all of the boxes, right? that's in that vault because it takes too much time. You would have to break into each box, box after box, right? And so that's the problem with centralizing all of your information, right? So we're going to show you how we're decentralizing the internet and why Africa right now is extremely excited to have us come to the country with our technology. So keep in mind what I just said. The environmental concerns, guys, right now here in the U.S., all you guys know about Elon Musk. Elon Musk has been sued by the state of Tennessee for building a data center in Memphis and the impact that it's having on the people and the environment in Memphis. People are getting sick. And I'm just telling you, it also drains the environment, the resources of the environment, and it crashes the grids that it's pulling the powers from. So a lot of environmental concerns, but increasing demands, according to Goldman Sachs, ChatGPT, something we all know about, needs nearly 10 times as much electricity to process a Google search, which is crazy. Okay, so again, though these are just a few of the problems that we're having with these data centers. But the solution, guys, is Zeta. Zeta is a network supercomputer. Right? It's community owned, like I said earlier, decentralized, okay, AI driven, and the network, is the data center. Our houses, our businesses are the data centers, right? And so let's talk about that. So how do you get to participate and profit from this, guys? Uh, Decentralized supercomputer powered by you. Imagine being able to participate in the lucrative data center and cloud computing industries, just like Amazon, Google, and Microsoft. Well, guys, you don't have to imagine anymore. You can, and you don't have to have the investment capital to do so. Okay, what you do have, to have to participate is the ability to either buy or sell a Wi-Fi 7 mesh system. Okay. So when you look at that Wi-Fi 7 mesh system, whole home mesh systems with multi-gigabyte speeds, um, when you look at, here in the US, we eat a lot unhealthier than people across the world. We have potato chips. And, here, when you open up a bag of potato chips, you look down in the bag, half the bag is gone, right? So you're basically paying full price for half a bag. Well, based on the last mile challenge, which is global, right? You have the same challenges that we have. So when you buy internet, you're only getting 35 to maybe 35% of the internet that you're purchasing based on the last mile problem. Well, when you buy this Wi-Fi 7 mesh router, guys, it actually maximizes everything that you were supposed to get. So your download, upload speeds are better. The coverage area up to 2,000 square feet per box. It comes with two boxes, right? It's better, right? Everything about like the internet that you were supposed to get, that you were expecting to get, you actually get now. Now, this is the foundation of it. That's the most important part of it, right? But the AI edge node, the NPU, the AI compute, CPU, 4 terabyte storage, that's the supercomputer part where uh, now when you look at you being able to now download all of your personal information, from Instagram, Facebook, all the pictures that you have in Google Drive, in Dropbox and AWS, all these other companies, all your intellectual capital, everything, medical records, all this stuff, business information, everything. You can put all this stuff on your AI Edge node. Now, that's one thing. Two, it comes with uh, compute power as well, so you can actually now um, do a lot of AI compute on here, as well as when you have this, now it's attached to your MES system. So now when you look at the time that it takes for a transaction to happen, or a keystroke to send something out and it comes back, it's instantaneously. It makes your system even faster. Okay? Then you have the XGY wireless router. Now, the wireless router that you see right there, that goes on someone's roof, right? And it doesn't have to be mounted by a professional. It's not nailed in. There's a kit that's attached to up there. My grandmother could put it up there. But that's a five-way radio, a radio signal, right, that has five radios in it, and it's 360 degrees. Those signals can be sent out up to a kilometer away, right? But it's what connects, the whole entire system And once you get 5% market penetration, I'll give you an example. You have 1,000 houses, in a region. um, 50 homes, have the Wi-Fi mesh system and the routers. As what ends up happening is now you can become your own ISP, right? Literally, you can now open up your own internet service company, as a region, and have, a lot of your rates discounted now with a higher quality internet service. Okay. And the cool part about it is, the bigger the network get, the more people pay into the system. And now, the more you can do for people who don't have access to internet. Okay. We can now give them access to the internet in those regions. Okay. So the business model goes like this. You have the hardware sales, direct to consumer. That's home and business. Obviously it increases the speed, as we talked about. But the company says, hey, not only will you experience, um, the better service, the better quality of the service, we're going to pay you to actually use it. Okay, so that's one thing. So you'll have people who have the service and they'll be paid to use it. Micro data center, customer contributes to the network, creating a decentralized data center. And so each one of those houses, guys, so now when you look at the AI edge node and you look at, how it stores data and information. So when you upload your information, and someone attempts to hack it, remember, it's like going into a bank and going into the cage where they have all of the boxes, right? Well, if someone happens to break into one box, okay, it shuts down. Okay, and now all of the signals and everything that's being directed to that actual box, it redirects and goes around it. Okay, it sends a message, lets the system know the shutdown, and then it heals itself and comes back up. Okay, so a person who attempts to hack our system is pretty much just practicing. Okay, and it's too much a headache. It's a deterrent, actually. Tokenized ecosystem. So device owners earn crypto tokens, rewards for contributing to the network's growth. So a person who owns any piece of our equipment, any or all three, okay, you actually get mining. You basically are being able to mine the tokens for each one of those pieces daily as they're in usage. Okay, the person who sells it as well, you actually have access not to just fiat currency, but you have access to tokens as well, as long as people are using what you sold them. So it incentivizes people to not just buy it and use it, but it incentivizes people to sell it and make sure that people are provided with the proper follow up, servicing, making sure people's systems are running. Because if it's not running, that individual is not getting paid. So we built in a fiduciary responsibility for people who are selling it, to make sure that you are taken care of from start, until to finish. Okay. But earn commissions, and residual incomes. We'll talk about that. Now, this is what a traditional data center looks like. Okay. These big companies we just talked about and the companies that people are building. Well, this is what, our, data center will look like. Each one of your houses, again, who has our system, okay, will be a micro data center. So this is going back, and you see, as it's titled, this is called a clue. Microsoft, $80 billion investment in data center construction in 2025, $80 billion, ladies and gentlemen, with the focus on AI-enabled data centers. Okay. Meta, 60 to $65 billion investment in data centers in 2025, with a focus on building a city-sized AI data center. A city-sized, they're trying to build a data center half the size of the city of Manhattan. Okay. And then over $100 billion investment in infrastructure, primarily focused on expanding its cloud computing or AI arm and Amazon Web Services. Huge. So these companies essentially are competing against each other and trying to beat each other to the market, so they can go out there and take up even more of the contracts, for these up and coming companies that need cloud compute space. Okay, 75%, $75 billion investment in 2025 from Google, right? A 42% increase from 2024 with the focus of AI cloud computing. So again, it's evident, guys, that something's going on that you need to be not just aware of, but you need to be a part of, right? And we're going to usher you in to that industry in a very, very nominal way when it comes to finances, and we're going to be there to help you guys grow through this process. Okay, but when it comes to you actually selling it, you'll also be gifted an initial 50,000 native Zeta tokens as thanks for contributing to the community. So let's just say Evans sells me one of the boxes, and say in this example, my box mines 100 tokens a day. Well, I'm going to keep my 100 tokens, but he's going to get 67% from me. So he's going to get 67 tokens matching for himself. I'll keep my 100. Well, let's say I have a friend named Clara, and I sell Clara a box, and because I can actually sell her a box as a user, and we'll explain how that works at a later time. But Clara buys a box from me, and she's mining 100 tokens a day. In this example, I get 67 tokens. Clara gets 100, but Evans, because he brought me on board, he gets 33 tokens. So, guys, he's getting 100 tokens a day, and I'm getting my 67 and my 33. So, from I'm getting my 100 rather than my 67. So, again, everybody's winning. Everybody's actually accumulating tokens because people are selling them and people are using them. Now, when it comes to the cash pricing right now, and we will have other pricing later on, for our international customers based on what the price points are. But right now, as it stands, I know Clara just she may be receiving hers today, actually. But the boxes are $999 US. Right. And so now you get two Wi-Fi routers, two Wi-Fi mesh routers that cover 4,000 square feet, 2,000 each. Okay. And when you actually sell that box, you earn $300 US, and the person who brought you to the table, they earn, your sponsor or senior partner, they earn $100 US. So in this example, give example, let's say Marianne brings on Evans, and she sells Evans a box. Well, Marianne makes $300 because she sold Evans the box, and let's say Clara is Marianne's sponsor. Well, Clara gets $100, right? Evans gets his box. Okay. And so that's how that works. And by the way, that pricing is temporary. The boxes actually cost 13,000. I'm sorry, $1,350 per box. But right now, as you can see, it's discounted to $999 at the moment. Okay, so you get a chance to own your own data center, get your own Zeta tokens, right? Get your builder package as well, and you start selling Zeta and earning commissions. So that's something that's very, very key here. Again, we're building a community where you can build your own sales force, or you can just go out and sell what we offer as well. Okay. Now, the builder pack, if you don't get the Zeta, you basically, you can pay $199 and get started and have access to sell everything that we offer here in Africa and abroad in the US and every other country out there. $99 a month, you get access to what we talked about, and the other things I'm about to talk about as well. So you have the travel, right? You have the trading, okay? And this was the actual technology aspect of it. That's the third T, okay? And so now you have the total experience. So $99, again, you refer for, you pay no more. This includes the Build Academy, all of the financial education, right? This includes the event travel, close the essential services back in the US. Okay. Our drip CRM, which is it's like go high level, but a stronger version of it. Okay. It's normally $97 a month by itself, US. But we made sure that we gave it to you guys for free because this is part of our promotional, situation. Okay. And you have access to all the tech and trainings. Okay. So every year, let's say for those of you who are going to enroll today, uh, next year, this time, you will get a stay, a 3, 4, or 5 day stay, to a 4 or 5 star location. All right. So you could take a holiday and over from anywhere from any of these 3,000 locations that we actually have around the world. Right. And that's a very big value. So Most of those trips will range anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000. And keep in mind that the membership itself, guys, is only $99 a month, right? So, the vacation is worth more than the cost for you to do business. And keep in mind also, for your customers who don't want to be a part of the business, a $29 a month membership, guys, they have access to all of the same discounts you get to every hotel and every resort, every vacation. They got the same discounts that you get for $29 a month. Now, watch this. They also get a trip on their anniversary every year as well. And again, $2,000 to $4,000 value for someone who basically spent less than $350 US, a year, just to be a customer for travel. Okay. So when we talk about Web3, guys, the estimated growth on Web3 as we wrap this thing up is huge. It's right now it's at $39.7 billion. So when you talk about blockchain, you talk about the internet, you talk about crypto and everything else, by the year 2040, in the next 15 years, guys, you're looking at $8.3 trillion in that industry. And it's really all about how much of it do you want, right? How much of that do you want to capture? Okay. And so again, we talked about how to get started. If you guys have any questions about anything, just get with Clara, get with Evans, or get with some people. I know James Meadows had some people from Africa on here. I know Earl Beckett had some people from Africa on here as well. Get back with the person that invited you here today, and allow us to answer all your questions. Allow us to make sure we put you in a position where you can make an educated decision. And but don't miss the movement, ladies and gentlemen. We are about to build something special in Africa, and we want you to be a part of it, right? So, with that being said, turn you guys back over to your evening. Have a great evening, and we'll talk soon. But definitely for those of you who are going to get started, just notice we're going to do a private game plan session with you to make sure you know exactly what you need to do to be successful. Okay, so have a great day, guys. Y'all be blessed. Bye bye.